we're going to be looking at marketing and sales system design, automation, and implementation. Okay, all you need to do about automating your marketing and sales system, designing it, and of course, not just designing. At the end of the day, you need to also put it to practice, make it work. Okay, so we're going to be speaking with the tech genius. I call him the tech boss. Was widely called the tech boss, Christopher E. Moses. He has been on the show a couple of times. Moses, of course, Christopher is a business and startup growth strategist, also founder and the CEO of Imaginative Tech Hub Limited, also the Realtors Marketing Academy. All right. He has vast experience in software solutions development and business growth strategy, with, of course, some close to a decade of experience or decades of experience in this area. He has a postgraduate diploma in design thinking and business innovation. Okay, he is a regular speaker in sales and marketing seminars. Also, the convener of the 16-hour digital ad implementation boot camp for realtors and business owners. He's a tech guy. Anything tech, automation, design. In fact, if you look at him, he even looks like one self. The Gen Zs. Well, good to have you, Christopher.
Thank you.
Once again, it's been a while. You are not new to us.
Yeah.
You are a consultant, you know,
Thank you.
marketing and sales, innovative digital consultant. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And, you know, when you told me about this topic and I said, wow, automation, design and stuff, it sounds complicated. So I'm sure you are here to break down any of the myth or mystery that could, you know, be perceived as surrounding the topic. Now, first of all, what is automation and why does automation have to come into a regular marketing and sales system in a business?
Okay. When we talk about automation in business or in marketing or in business in general, is referring to making, first of all, before you even talk about automation, you need to have a process. So when you have a process, that process is, okay, how do I make it work? How do I reduce human input? That is what automation is mainly about. How do I reduce human input? Sometimes, do I need to always be with my phone or with my system when somebody is making an inquiry? What is there to respond? Is there anybody there to respond? And even if there are people there to respond, how are they responding? And to maintain consistent customer experience in all of your marketing channels and activities, that is why the need for automation is required. That is one. Then also, you also need automation because it helps in growth. Okay, because there are limits to what a human input can always put in. If I open a new branch, if I want to expand my business, there is always the need for automation. It helps to a lot of businesses who consider automation, they don't do it because some know the importance. They don't want to do it because they feel like the cost for getting it done at the beginning is high. So they shy away from it, but they forget that the long-term benefits, because when I automate, I need less human inputs.
Okay.
So, and like, for instance, salary is one of the highest cost or high cost of running a business.
Yeah.
So when I automate, I've reduced human input, I've reduced salary as well.
Do you automate all processes of business?
Almost all.
Almost all processes can be automated.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're focusing on marketing and sales. We're talking about automation. How do I begin the process of automating the marketing and sales system? What are those things I need to take to the fore? I need to recognize. What are those things? How do I start? Or how to begin the process, you know, of doing that?
So when we talk about automating your marketing system, the first thing is, first of all, understanding your marketing process. So do you have a marketing process? And when we talk about understanding the marketing process, who is your customer would come in? Because the time is your customer is a question that always comes in every stage of marketing. A lot of businesses don't even know who their customer is. I deal with a lot of business owners, both small and even large scale business, and I ask them, who is your customer? Who is your target customer?
That sounds funny.
stories, like, you heard answers like high net worth individual. Okay. Please, what's your definition of high net worth individual? Can you tell
You
me?
have money now, Chris.
Who is a high net worth individual? They start mentioning names like Dangote. Those are my, especially in the real estate space. And okay, do you know how they buy things? Now, it's beyond just thinking that I need a high net worth person. The question is, how are they? What's their buying habits?
Yeah.
So if you don't understand their buying habits, you won't be able to automate your process to suit them, because it's all about making sure that there is experience. You maintain the customer experience on all channels. You need to ask, what are the touch points? What is your marketing touch point? What's the first point of contact? How do customers meet you? Where do customers meet you? When do customers meet you? And who is responsible in all of the stages? When stage one, let's say, I got to know about Rave TV. What was I in my buying process before I met Rave TV? Okay, now that I've met Rave TV, okay, so what is the next stage? Who is going to attend to me? And that first person that attends to me, what stage is the person taking me to? Is it taking me to the point where buyers can bring money and let's pay immediately? Or does it need to create trust in the process? Okay, why? The first person I meet, is it there to create trust? To give me, why should you deal with us in Rave TV and not our competitor?
So are you saying now it's more about the people, or the people have a part of role to play in that automation process? Because now you're saying automated.
Yeah,
You know,
the thing is,
okay,
if you don't understand the process already, if the people or the process has not been designed,
okay.
also that
So like having a standard operating procedure.
exactly. So you need to have a process in place. So that process is now what you automate. Okay. When somebody, like, let me use my organization as a case study. We don't advertise our products or our services.
Excuse me?
Yeah, we don't advertise our product and say we do software, but nobody will say they have ever seen an advert out there that is talking about software development service.
So what do you do, and
us.
how do you get people's attention?
That is it. I hold seminars.
That's how you advertise.
I hold boot camps. That is where I get my customers from. So when people.
So you want more direct contact with.
Yeah. So because the reason is because advertisement process will not be able to create the level of trust to get the kind of fund you want to collect from that person.
Wow.
So we do more of that. Yes, hold seminars. So what we advertise is seminars. So people Mr. Chris is holding seminar, or iTech Hub is holding seminar. So it even helps us because some of our competitors compete with us at the level of seminars. They feel, Mr. Chris is holding seminar, so let's also seminar. But they don't know why we hold the seminars. So when we hold these seminars, sometimes the people who end up patronizing us are even people who come for the seminars. Okay, these people who do this thing, if they can be holding a seminar to teach people and educate people on how these things are done or are important, they should have what it takes to do the implementation for us. So they call, okay, we saw you had a training some days ago. Yes. Okay, can we meet? Okay, when we sit down and begin to analyze their processes, okay, what do you have on ground? So we already know our process. So stage one, hold a seminar or speak in an event and so on. So we make that process easy. So that's why people come, Mr. Chris, I want you to speak my event. I check my schedule, I'm okay, no problem. We speak in those seminars, you get to know what we do.
Does it also include products?
It includes products. Anybody does. So even if you're operating as a product, like I said, is first of all understanding the customers you are dealing with.
Yeah.
So when you know the kind you want to deal with or the customers you're dealing with, the first challenge of automation is not knowing your customer. When you don't know your customer, you don't understand their buying habits. When you don't understand their buying habits, you don't even know where to meet them. Should I go to, like I tell most of the real estate people consult for, a lot of them focus on advertising on Facebook and Instagram. I tell them,
You've said that before.
Instagram and Facebook isn't where you should be meeting someone who is looking for property to buy. When they are in the state of buying, they go to Google to search.
Okay.
Nobody go to Instagram to search for house, to go there and ask for sale. They don't do that. Nobody do. So their place about Instagram and is just good for awareness for those in the real estate space, aware to know this person, the business exists. So stage 1, know your customer.
Wow.
Stage 2, decide the goal of the automation. What is the purpose of the automation? That's stage 2. When you know your customer, you then pick a goal. When you pick that goal, that is where you now start, okay, the purpose of this automation, is it to reduce human input alone? Like I have a client who is in the mainland, there in the Keja area. He said, Mr. Chris, I want the following. He was very precise. I want the following in this project. I want to be able to monitor my business from any part of the world.
Wow. And the automation will definitely take care of that.
Yes. So every staff is doing, I want to be able to see it from.
I guess it travels a lot. So I want that.
So that is number 1. Number 2, I want to also reduce costs. So he was able to spell it there. But even with his goals and everything, we still encountered issues that made the process to last almost 2 years. Why? Because there were no processes in place.
Ground.
So when you meet accountant, what is the daily activity of Madam Accountant? She just seems to be able to tell, so we can build it into the application. When you meet a marketer doesn't know what give him or her customer. So there's no way we can say, okay, if we do this, so the activities they engage in are not defined. So because they are not sure if I should be, that would always tell businesses, any business you do. That is why the writer of the book called The Personal MBA defined business as a repeatable process. Okay. So any process that cannot be repeated is not a business, it's a miracle. And businesses are not run by miracle, they are run by principles.
So if I have processes that I didn't define in my business, it means I probably will not be able to effectively automate
so
that part of my business.
By defining
those processes.
Before we now move to automating.
Okay, so let's talk about the automation itself now. Okay. How does the system of automation, you talked about defining the process. Okay. So how long will this automation process take? I mean, do I require, what are the tools that are involved? The automation tools involved, for each. And in sales marketing, are there different tools involved in doing this automation? Before we go to the money part of it, how much will it cost me to automate my system? We're going to answer that question too in the course of the show. Yeah, but let's know what are some of these tools that are involved.
Okay, the first thing you need to also decide is: am I automating from scratch, or am I integrating an existing automation process? Okay. If you are using an existing process or tools, you have a very good tool for the marketing field. You have the very good tool called HubSpot. In fact, to me, in my own assessment, HubSpot is the best. I hope that's not a Nigerian company. No, it's not a Nigerian company. Okay, good. So HubSpot is there. So with HubSpot, I can automate how I generate lead, how I nurture the lead, how I convert them into becoming paying customer, and all of that. Everything is already defined in this. So when I run ad, somebody clicks on the ad and maybe fill a form. The data come into the application. So now, since my process is defined, what is the first message I meant to send to everybody that fill my form? It is already in this application, so the application will send it to the person. Wow. So the next thing is, so once the person clicks, you want to know about more about this company, and then I click,
So it takes me, my data is captured
Exactly.
in that system, okay,
And
and then automatically the system sends
a
me
message.
the first information I'm supposed to receive.
Exactly.
Because I've already put down that process,
True.
outlined it.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I get that first message. Now, what is the time frame it will take for me to get the next message? And it also monitor every activity of, so the message I sent to you, the application is monitoring it. Did you click? Did you open that message? Or did you delete the message? The application can tell.
Okay, give me a typical process or system that a normal marketing, whatever, is supposed to have laid down. What are the first one is,
Okay,
you know,
the first process, when we talk about marketing, the first process is awareness. So,
okay.
So when you talk about awareness, so you define, based on your target audience, determine where you do your awareness.
Okay.
So when that is known, so let's say I want to do my awareness on social media, Facebook, for instance. Now, how do I create the awareness on Facebook even? That is another thing entirely. Now, let's say I'm targeting, like some people say, high net worth individual who can afford my product. Let's say I sell luxury products and I'm dealing with high net worth individual. Now that I know that I'm dealing with high net worth individual, what are the things I can do that will capture the attention of an high net worth individual that wants him or her to click on my ad or my post or my reels and all of that? So I would have decided that and I start my ad. And person sees that ad and he clicks on the ad. So when that person clicks on the ad, the next process that I want to take is nurturing.
Okay.
One thing Nigerian companies take very lightly, which should be taken very serious, is data.
We're not used to data. That I can tell you for free. Well, obviously not used to collecting data.
You go to an office, they say you must write your name, your email, and data like that. But they don't use that.
And the next day when you come back again, you write
another one again. They don't use them. Even if I'm going to be writing every day, the question is, what do you use them for? You just get them there because you feel it. No, those data are very important. In our organization, our digital agency, we are effective because of use of data. Sometimes people ask, Chris, why? How do you do is it not the same platform you use in running ad? Yes, it's the same platform. The difference is that I work with data. If I have your email address, I will make sure my advert follows you everywhere you go on the internet. So that is where data comes. So when you are running adverts, the focus is always to capture customers' data. So when you capture the customers' data, your automated platform should be able to tell you where is this person more active on the internet? Is this person spending more time on LinkedIn? Is this person spending more time on Facebook? Is this person spending? So you try to understand that. So you meet them. Don't wait until when they are.
You meet them where they are.
You meet them where
so the system takes you to the frequent or the active place of that client.
That is what you should be focused on. So just automate this process, and when you we talk about automation, and now you've been able to send message. After message, what is the next? So like when people come, the next will likely be an offer. So I've welcomed you in, have started nurturing you, why you need services like this, how to grow your business. So I start talking to you. The application keeps sending you messages on how to grow your business, tips to grow your business, challenges businesses face, and how to avoid them. So if customers that I'm focused on trying to get them into automation, the messages after the welcome messages, the system starts sending out messages that want to make you start thinking about the need for automation. So when you start getting message consistently, your business is struggling because this is missing. You are spending too much money on staff salary because your systems are not automated. So when an entrepreneur keeps seeing messages like this over time, you feel like, I think I should check something, and you click on a button.
One day.
On that.
It's every day for the thief. One day
so
for
you click on that button, and when you click on that button, it brings you back to the platform. It's okay. You begin to make inquiry. From that inquiry, the next thing. So even the onboarding process and everything should be well defined in your business. So businesses with structure are the ones that can easily automate.
Wow. So, I mean, we've looked at the automation thing and tools for whatever, but I'm looking at the cost. How affordable are these automation tools? How affordable? And you said we can also be used by those who are in the product business.
Yeah.
You know, it's still the same thing about having a process and then imputing it into the system. So, but looking at it now, if I'm a business person, maybe in the in fact, there is now nano, micro, small. Those very small businesses, and I have these. I have these information now. I've listened to you, and I'm eager to want to automate my system because I know where I'm going to. I'm probably not thinking of staying this level, and I'm working towards it. So I want to have my system automated. You know, how much will it cost me?
Okay, it depends on the platform you are using.
Okay.
A platform as even what's it called? If you're a small business, I wouldn't advise to build a customized automated system because it might look too expensive for you. But if you can use platform, even platform as small or as common as MailChimp, which a lot of people know MailChimp, that is an emailing platform. MailChimp is beyond an email platform.
Wow.
Okay, you can build your landing page from MailChimp. You can fix your product and everything. You can put, if you want people to be able to buy and make payments online, you can infuse all of that. The system can help send messages when anybody fill a form. The system send message to also. And the beautiful part of it is that with MailChimp, you can be attending to an average of 2,000 customers for free.
Wow. So, instead of just attending to one or two at the same time.
And it's free. So it is when your customer base is now moving above 2,000, you start looking for ways to, okay, I need to start making payments now.
Okay, what do you think are some of the hindrances to people getting their systems, especially the marketing and sales automated? Why are they reluctant, or why haven't a lot of Nigerians, at least from what you have seen?
Number one thing is that a lot of businesses don't know their customers. Number two, a lot of them don't have processes. That is the two major issues. It's not even the money. You see companies that have all of the money, but the automation process, sometimes if a company like ours that is into automating businesses, sometimes you can get frustrated because you're expecting things you expect these companies to have. Okay, I was talking to a customer sometime, and a few days or a few weeks ago, and I asked them, what is your sales target for the year? Because we were just trying to onboard them. Say, okay, our sales target is XYZ billion. Okay. How much have you already at the 5th month of the year? How much have you made?
Nothing.
The two directors could not define as that is not a problem. They couldn't tell me categorically that this is what we did that gave us XYZ percentage of the money we have made out of our target. So that becomes difficult. So if you don't know what you did that worked, so how do you replicate it?
A lot of times, a lot of business people don't know, because it's like they do divide the X, like
so
anything goes, if it works out, it works out.
Exactly, they don't measure. They don't measure, okay, monitor, because when you do your automation, even without automation or with automation, you still need to measure what works. What did I do right that give me? So a lot of businesses that is why businesses run at loss most of the time, because you just see all of a sudden sales is coming so much, and you, instead of sitting down to analyze why the sudden patronage, what am I doing different all of a sudden?
What's the reason?
What's the reason? So you need to analyze, is there anything I'm getting? I'm doing different all of a sudden.
You probably may be a competitor who has moved out.
Thank you.
Or something. Yeah. So it may not be that you did anything.
Exactly.
Really.
So until you know why something is working, you still really don't have a process in place. So that's why we always say, know what is working for you. So you can know whether do we need to improve on it. Some businesses just need to know what is working for them and increase that thing. But because they don't know what is working for them, so when someone entices them with a new offer of something different, they just jump at it. Because they don't know, okay, this one that I'm doing, a lot of businesses who are struggling have the solution in-house, but they are looking outside for a new one.
A lot of money, I mean,
yeah.
You know?
The thing, like I said, there are free versions, which I gave you instances of using MailChimp. Now, if somebody wants to confirm to be able to do that for you.
Why are you guys, these programming guys, the tech guys or whatever, it's so expensive? You know, I mean, is there necessarily like it's 500,000? Is it the software? I mean, you develop it.
Now, like for us, most of the time we build our own softwares. So when we're automating, like we have our own software for in the real estate, since we have a lot of clientele in the real estate space, we have a software that has automated the operation of all real estate operation in general. So everything you do in a real estate business is clearly automated. So we just onboard our customers. They sign, okay, we want you to. So every department in a real estate business is already automated and all of that. So that is for companies that are already well established, not for newcomers. So what we also do, one of the things we've been able to do so far is to break down that application in a way that, okay, you don't need to own the entire application. Own the part that is within your size. Because a company that is just having maybe 10 staff members might not need the level of automation of a company that already have over 50 or 100 and all staff members. So that is, so if you're looking at that angle of a customized system, customized systems are more expensive because it takes a level of work to write codes and all of that. So,
and you're able to write codes.
So that's the reason.
It looks like I will go and do this program, you know. Because it looks like that's where the next money or the money is coming from.
Not really. You know? Money is everywhere. From my experience, I say that money is everywhere. And the truth be told, there are a lot of money in Nigeria. Money is everywhere. So
look at you and say, since money, I never say, what's the time?
True, money is everywhere.
There's money everywhere.
When you understand, money is found in problems and challenges. So as a business, another thing why some businesses are also struggling is because they just build the business. They don't know that you are building the business to solve problems. So when you look at the business from the angle of solving problems, you see a lot of problems in our society. So when you drive past the Lagos street, you will see problems that people are facing. Now you ask yourself, how can I solve this problem? So that is what business is mainly about. So our own business, we focus on problems businesses are facing. That is what we look at because we are more of a B2B business. So what are the challenges the hairdresser on the street is facing? What are the challenges the big real estate company out there is facing? So what are the challenges? A lot of them will tell you, I am not selling. That is what they always say.
For the real estate?
Yeah. We need
it's difficult to sell real estate in Nigeria. It's difficult. It's something you walk and walk, your shoe will give you a
And the thing is, people who buy property, they don't walk along the road saying, I want to buy it. It's not Gary. That's the thing. That is still boiled down to understanding your customer. instead of walking along the streets to look for customers, who are the people that can afford my product? Who are the people that need my product? Children's Day is coming. Soon, I think they'll be having a Father's Day and all of that. What are the activities? Where do men go to? Where would parents take their children to?
Wow.
So those are things. So it's all about being strategic, not like a lot of time people market like they want to sell hawk gari in the street, so that's why they struggle. But there are individuals who I know who are selling properties in billion every year, individual, while you see company set up not being able to sell 500 million in the end of the year.
My people say it's like Araka. But then it's true, hard work is, I mean, when you are able to put these things in place, you know, you just, it's like a walkover for you and all that. So, I mean, it's interesting how this thing span out and how we're supposed to, you know, get ourselves together in business and make sure that we do the right things and put our systems together. You know, Nigeria, I've seen a lot of people who have businesses, but they're not able to, you know, like organize. Let me use the term that we can understand, you know, my sales process, my accounting process, my this. I know that this is what I do. This is my standard operating procedure when it comes to my daily activities. This is my SOP when it comes to my accounting, how I enter my records and stuff. This is my daily SOP when it comes to marketing, how I get customers, how I convert them. You know, they do these things, but it's like putting it down. They don't understand that they need to put these things down. That's that's the problem
that is
in all
true.
of this. Yeah.
Like, the thing is, a lot of business always see anybody that do the same thing I sell is my competitor. Always no, everybody that sells the same thing you sell is not your competitor. The people.
So who's your competitor? Yeah.
The people who are looking after, going after the same kind of customers you are going after are your competitors.
So rich people cannot just be your customers.
No.
There must be a definition of.
So now, for instance, I have series. I have one company I took. I have over 100 plus customer base in Lagos as real estate companies that we service. Now, we have companies that are focused on providing residential apartments.
Okay.
Now, residential apartments, like one of my clients, their residential apartment is family-centric. The company is based on family-centric.
Wow.
So what that means is that everything in that estate must foster family well-being.
Not single.
Not single.
Okay.
So for that now, who are our target customer? It's not everybody looking for residential property. It's people who are after family well-being, who are paying attention to their family, or who tend to pay attention to their family. Those are the target customers or target audience. So that is well defined. So where can we find this class of people? What platform can we find?
In churches.
So now, how do I attract these people? So that is the focus. So the marketing message now, but we also have customers who are also into residential, but they sell to everybody.
Okay.
Okay, they sell to everybody. So automatically, and there are also those who are looking for, even when you go into the luxury market, there are different classes of luxury. There are the affordable luxury, there are the high-end luxury, and so on. So that's why I say, because we sell the same product, doesn't mean we are competitors.
Interesting. Wow. Because of time, we definitely have to go. You've heard him. Automation is the key, and you know, when you start doing business, always look at improving. I think that's the thing. We need to watch out. Improve. There should be upscaling your business system so that it becomes easier, because you're going to get more people involved in the business, and so you don't want to make room for mistakes. So you have to put a good system that will help people understand what you're doing, and I mean, so that you can be more profitable. I think that's the objective at the end of the day.
At the end of the day,
make more money.
Exactly.
They say little effort, big results.
True.
As we progress in business, I think that's what we should be doing.
That is the focus.
Little effort, but you have big results at the end of the day. Thank you so much, Chris, for all your input, expose concerning automation. The go-to guy when it comes to tech is who he is. In case you're wondering how you can afford the system and stuff like that, well, he said 500,000, 500K. But trust me, I believe anything is negotiable. I mean, you can get anything for anything. It depends on how ready or how you negotiate. You understand? Yes, at the end of the day. So I trust we'll definitely pick this up with another kind of dimension some other time, as always. But thanks for honoring my invite. I called on you and you answered.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much as always. Yeah, I leave you to go back to your business and of course make your money. 100 clients just in Lagos State. 100 influential clients. Imagine. Oh, it is well.